morning, Rodney. I love you. Today's Just for Today was about gratitude and sharing your gratitude. So I think I'm just going to talk about that. How grateful am I to be clean today? When I look back at like all the stuff I've experienced, does it have to go so deep to everything that I've experienced, or can it just be the fact that I'm just clean? I feel like gratitude for me has to be so many things. There was a time I was asked, what are you grateful for? And I said, grateful? I'm in a second treatment center. My kids hate me. Nobody wants anything to do with me. I don't have a phone number in my phone that I can call where they won't even pick up. What's there to be grateful for? And I remember they told me, and you hear it in meetings, they told me, how about you start with you're not on fucking fire and work your way up from there? That'll always stick with me. I needed to hear that. That opened the door for a lot of things for me. It let me know how far down I can dig if things are so bad for me. And sometimes they feel terrible. But when I'm clean, they don't feel as bad. When I'm clean, I have a couple tools, gratitude, acceptance, and faith, that I can use to help me. And now feeling it. I don't know if feeling something is a tool, but it sure has helped me along the way. Feel your feelings, acknowledge they suck, or acknowledge they're painful, or acknowledge any of them. And you just acknowledge them. I can't explain how to feel something. You know, it sounds easy, right? You just feel it. But sometimes it's more than that. For me, sometimes it's going to the gym, or writing, or doing one of these videos, or talking to somebody. It's helping me feel it. Acknowledging how I feel really helps. Like, what am I feeling right now? I'm so grateful that I have that tool to move forward. Because in the last, we'll just say 3 months, I've needed to use it a lot. Gratitude, though, that's for me one of the most important tools, you know, aside from acceptance. Well, faith too. I mean, those three things, I don't know which one's more important. I guess it depends on the application. An attitude of gratitude helps ground me. It has gotten me through some stuff over the last 5 years. It's also gotten me, it helped me get through my active addiction. I had to dig deep and find gratitudes to get to the next day. It's really hard to like find gratitude when you're super angry or when you're hurt. When I'm stressed, it helps me a lot. Like, that's my go-to. If I'm really stressed out about a situation, it takes me out of worry. If I'm worrying about something, I know that faith is important. I get to faith through gratitude. Gratitude is what helps me breathe. Gratitude is what gets me to the next spiritual principle. And I need to feel before I get to gratitude. I had to learn that recently. I've talked about it. I'm grateful I get to talk to my father every week. And I'm grateful that I got to experience what I did recently, somebody in the hospital. And more importantly, I'm grateful that I got to go to a meeting right after that and share about it. I'm grateful for the people in this program that, as I continue to go and they continue to get to know me, I'm grateful for how happy they are to see me. They're happy to see that I'm keep coming back. They're happy to see that I walk into a room. I'm grateful that I can learn new things, and it's just, I'm not stuck in my ways. Some of those things I'm still learning. Some of those ways I'm still stuck in. I'm grateful to be I'm a grateful recovering addict. You know, I had a conversation with somebody close to me. I had a conversation with my son. And he said, why do you have to always go in there and say you're an addict? Doesn't that like just keep acknowledging that you're going to use drugs one day? And at first I was upset with the question because he didn't understand. But I realized what he was expressing. He just wants his dad to just be normal. And I love him for that. I don't think he understands that I'll never really be normal. But I don't think he understands how grateful I am to not be normal. Not being normal is amazing. I'm grateful for my job. And I'm grateful for how I feel today. I can go on. I've practiced this gratitude list over and over and over again for 5 years now, almost 5 years. And it really helps. Sharing about what I have going on helps. It shows the gratitude to somebody walking in there. Every day I get clean, every day I stay clean and move a little forward. I'm spreading my gratitude to this program. What are you grateful for today? You know, dig deep. If you can't find anything, try to find 10 items. If it takes you all day, it's worth it. There's got to be 10 things you're grateful for. Being able to see in color, having your hands. Like, when you start going there, it puts a little bit of joy in your life. It puts a little bit of joy in my life. Gratitude, for me, is the definition of joy. It's the appreciation of the things that are here, that I have, that I take for granted. And I'm constantly taking things for granted. Gratitude helps me level myself out so I don't have to be like, I'm grateful I found love recently. And I'm grateful how I worked through it. It put me into another part of my journey. I never would have got there if I didn't go through what I went through, experience how I went through it, from all of it. I'm truly grateful that I was able to work through it the way I did. I don't have one regret on how I worked through it. And I'm grateful that I'm able to have a perspective of it versus just a resentment. This journey of life while staying clean and sober, you can't pay for that. I've paid for it being in active addiction for far too long. But this right here, you can't, there's no amount of money that you can pay for it. It's not something you can buy. It's something that you gain. And it takes sometimes seconds, sometimes minutes, definitely days. As long as they take. So I love you. You got this. You can do this. I can do this too. And together we stay clean. The goal, to be able to look in the mirror, curl that upper lip and say, I'm going to own this bitch. And that takes some time. That's not something you fake until you make it. You got to go through the shit to get there. Otherwise, you look at it and it just feels like an imposter. And I don't want to feel like an imposter ever again. So today I don't have to feel that way. I feel genuine. Sure, I'm going to make mistakes, but I know that gratitude is one of the things that I'm going to use when I make my amends and get through it. It's a tool I can't live without.